Hi guys, Tech James here. In this video we will be unboxing and taking a look at the Retro FC Plus Game Boy clone. So this was actually sent to me by GearBest and it's actually pretty cheap compared to the other Game Boy clones on the market. So if you guys are interested in this throughout the video or you want to check it out, the links will be in the description if you wish to purchase one. It's going for about £12 and yeah, it's basically plays like NES games. So apparently it's got 168 games on here. I will be checking just to make sure none are copies, and let's take a look at the box quickly. So it really looks like the Retro Mini box. You might recognize the Retro Mini from the Soldier Boy Mini when he resold it. It's even got a picture of the Retro Mini on the side, which is kind of interesting. I'm pretty sure that is the Retro Mini, or maybe they've just like kind of like reskinned it, I guess, for Retro FC. But yeah, this is the box. I think they're the colours, I'm not sure. I just got a black one anyway. So it comes with the console, the AV cable, the DC cable and the user manual. I'm pretty sure that's like a mini USB cable to charge it. Here's the other side. So it can plug into your TV, and apparently we can use the controller on it as well. I'm not too sure if it comes with one though. And there's some other stuff there, and that is the bottom of it. So let's just take this thing out right now. So this is what it looks like in the box. It's very much like the Retro Mini if you've seen my video on that, and it's just in this sleeve. So let's just take this out for now. That is what it looks like. We'll take a look at that in a second. First of all, we're just going to see the other things it comes with. So if we just empty this out. Okay, so first thing, we have got the AV cable to connect it into your TV. I will be testing that out. Sometimes these don't work, like especially on my TV. I don't know why, but I'll be testing it out anyway. We've also got the instructions manual, and it looks like it does actually support controllers, so that's interesting. I might have to try and find a controller that works with this then. I'm pretty sure I've only got USB ones though, so I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that. And it's also got just a normal mini USB cable, like the one you charge PS3 controllers with. Yeah, not a bad quality one actually. Sometimes they do come with really bad ones. This one doesn't actually feel too bad. So that is what's in the box, not a lot. But then here is the console itself. So it really does look like the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, but as you can see, we have got some extra buttons on here. We have got X and Y, just like you would have on the 3DS or DS. It's also got a reset button. I believe when you press that, it will bring you back to the main menu. It's got a D-pad, start, select. Now when I'm pressing the buttons right now, they don't actually feel too bad. Sometimes on these, they're really cheap. They don't really have decent rubber underneath, but these ones actually do feel pretty good when I'm pressing them. So maybe I'll take it apart. We can see what's inside as well. The screen size does look pretty good, definitely a lot bigger than on the Game Boy, so maybe you could use this for some kind of like Raspberry Pi project. That would be really cool, seeing as how cheap it is. At the top we've got a power button, we've got the mini USB, and that is the TV out. That is not a headphone jack. At the side we also have the volume button right here. The other side is blank and there is nothing, so I believe the battery should be in this right now. Let's just have a look. I'll take the battery out and show you guys, so if there is any information on the battery you want to read, you can just pause and read it now. So it's 850 mAh, so I'm not quite sure how many hours of gameplay you would get with that, but I know it's a pretty small battery, but then again this doesn't really require much battery to run it, so let's just go and power it on right now. Okay, so straight away it's just booted up and we've actually got some music playing, so I'm just going to maybe turn that down a bit. I'm not sure if that's off a game or something. So the screen does look a bit out of line, I have to admit. There is a slight blue gap here, not quite sure why. So select English or Chinese. We're going to go start on English. And here are all the games. So let's just scroll through the list quickly. I'm going to keep an eye out. Let's see if there are any copies. Now I'm just scrolling through. There are quite a lot of weird games on here. Angry Birds, that's a bit strange. What else have we got on here? So yeah, I don't really know. Most of these are NES games. I know some are real. Obviously some are like bootleg ones, like completely custom. And then, you know, some of them are actually legit, but let's just scroll through. We're nearly at 160. How many did it say it had? 168. There you go, 168. And that is it. I think they're all basically not copies. They're all original games. So I don't think there's any like duplicated games on here, so that is good. Can just press reset, let's go back onto it. So let's check out some games. Now let's find something that I'm interested in. Let's see if there are any decent games on here. Super Mario World, let's try this, start, or A. Okay, so this is just the original Super Mario Bros. Let's see how this performs. Let's see if there's any kind of like delay or anything. So this is the original NES version, just ported across. This does play only NES games. So does the sound look good as well? Now, I know I'm going to get some kind of copyright struck on this straight away. It's one of the, basically the biggest sounds Nintendo seem to copyright, so let's just turn that down. But the gameplay seems okay. The sound seemed okay when I played it for a split second. I will listen to it later. But yeah, this does actually seem pretty playable, and there doesn't seem to be any problems with it at all. So I think what we're going to do is press reset. The screen is very, very bright as well, which is a good thing, I guess. But there isn't any way to turn it down. Let's see, what else have we got on here? There's so many, well, 168 random games. Let's play one of the really strange ones. I did see Plants vs Zombies as well. Let's play Angry Bird, because obviously this is not... Oh wow, Angry Birds. I wonder what this is going to be then. See, I'm not sure what this game would originally be. What? No, this is strange. I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, I think we're going to reset that one. I don't know what that is supposed to be. That's definitely not how I remember Angry Birds. But have we got any other interesting titles on here to check out? A lot of them are kind of like these basic old games. I believe was there Pac-Man on here? I did see Pac-Man somewhere. Miss Pac-Man. I think it had the like the 3D version of Pac-Man, like the better quality one. Actually, that game looks good quality. Let's try that. Oh no, it does look like it's in English. Fair enough. Yeah, so this game does play quite well, and the quality is a lot better. Some of the games are, much better quality than others. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, the screen's definitely off a bit. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I would be able to take that apart and fix it. It might have like rattled about in the actual console itself and maybe moved out of place a bit. Who knows, to be honest. So yeah, you can see it's definitely out of place there. Anyway, I think what we're going to do now, let's just press reset. Let's go and turn this off. I think what we're going to do now, maybe I will test this on my TV. So guys, got this thing plugged into my TV now. I pressed the power button and it's working. It's not displaying on the Game Boy itself, but it is actually displaying on my TV, and it works, sound works and everything, and it works just like as a controller. So I'll show you what it's like on the TV now, maybe show you a bit of gameplay. Okay, so let's just select English like normal, and I will show you guys that this works. Now I'm not sure if it's going to be glitchy or not. Obviously it's going to be a tiny bit pixelated because you're putting it onto a much bigger screen. What was that? Actually, do you know what? Let's look for a really, really unusual game. What was that? Plants vs Zombies? I wanted to see what that was, so let's play this quickly. Plants vs Zombies, oh wow. Plants vs Zombies, the NES version. Oh, let's see some... Wow, that is actually very cool. So where are the zombies coming from? Oh, they're up there. Okay, so let's plant that down. Oh, we need to collect suns. Oh, I haven't played this game in years, but I should have bought a sunflower, shouldn't I? I bought the wrong thing. Okay, now we can buy a sunflower. Now what this will do is give us more suns so we can upgrade our stuff. And now we can upgrade to this, and we should be able to shoot the zombies. So, oh yeah, it does. So yeah, this is actually pretty much just Plants vs Zombies, just the NES version, in really bad graphics, because obviously this is like a 2011 app, I think, so obviously when I first played it the graphics weren't as bad as this. But yeah, pretty impressed that this thing actually seemed to work. Now if you guys were thinking of kind of using this thing as like a Raspberry Pi project, I actually just want to take it apart and have a look and see what's actually in it. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. So let's just take all those off. Well, first of all, we're just going to take the battery out. When like disassembling stuff, just make sure the battery is always unplugged. Okay, so I just removed all the screws. We should be able to take it apart fairly easily. So it looks like the back plate just comes off just like this. Let's just put this to the side. Now this looks like the main motherboard. So you've got the volume kind of like scroll wheel here, and then we've actually got the speaker here. Let's just take out this screw which is holding in the motherboard. Just need a different screwdriver for this one. Now these screwdrivers I'm using right now I actually got with like a Game Boy Color housing kit. So it's obviously the same screws that were used on the actual Game Boy Color. So this screw is slightly different, so let's just keep that to the side. And it should, oh there you go, everything just comes out with the reset button as well. So the reset button just fell out. Here you go, this is what the motherboard looks like. Now the games are not stored on an SD card. I thought originally they might be. They're probably on this chip right here on the board. But here is the screen, and the screen is actually just on a ribbon cable, so you can take this out very easily, maybe use this with something. And it's just got some pads at the back that are holding it in. Here is the speaker. Here are the buttons, what you'd use to obviously press these on. So let's just put this down for a second. Obviously here's all the buttons. Now these pads are actually very like squishy, they're actually pretty good. And then here are the buttons, obviously, which are on top, and of course the lens. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to take this thing apart, show you guys, and yeah, it's actually not bad considering how cheap this thing is. So if you want to pick one up from GearBest, make sure to check out the links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.